All right, let's move on to the offensive player of the year, Connor. Oh my goodness.
Right. So my offensive player of the year has the farthest odds by far, plus 6,000. I'm going to go Tyreek Hill. And this is the narrative for Tyreek Hill to win offensive player of the year. I think that if he can do it with Tua, a guy that's pretty disrespected, Tua doesn't have to go crazy for Tyreek to win offensive player of the year. Tua just has to get him the ball, and Tyreek needs to make all the plays. So if he's making all the plays, he's going for 1,600 yards, a couple touchdowns. He's going to steal the highlights, which I think are going to be huge. The highlights of the plays people are going to remember. They're going to be like, oh, man, Tyreek was crazy as a Dolphin this year without Mahomes. And you get him at plus 6,000. I mean, those are crazy odds for, in my opinion, probably the best receiver in the league.
I was just about to say
plus
that.
6,000?
Yeah, I don't understand the odds on that at all.
I wonder what his odds were in Kansas City.
Insane. Probably around what
Probably
kind of the guys we got coming up next.
Probably,
I mean, maybe.
yeah.
Agree.
I think
not some
taking him away
others,
from
but-
Holmes adds to his value to win this award. That's
Agreed.
what I think people. That's
Agreed.
my point. Is like to Dylan's question. If it was higher with Mahomes, how? Because it's like with Mahomes we
It's
knew
expected.
exactly.
It's
But now
expected.
it's like we expect it. But if he does it with someone else, that's the point. Is it's like I feel like if anything. It makes literally no sense, especially if Jalen Waddle for just a couple weeks, hoping it doesn't happen or anything. But if Tyreek's the only one on the, I mean, he didn't play every game last year, Jalen. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand the odds for this at all. I really don't.
I don't
Yeah, that's insane. Plus 6,000 is absolutely wild for the fastest man in the league.
The fastest guy in the league.
He can turn a 5-yard slant into a 7-yard
house call.
He's gonna.
He can
Are we
do
just
a
gonna
house
avoid-
call.
He's
like-
gonna do it multiple times too. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like
Never mind.
No, I know what you're thinking, but it's like that's not too.
Well, let's not open that can of worms today. Huh?
Yeah, for
Good
sure.
call, good call.
All right. So mine is Justin Jefferson at plus 1,500. And all I really have to say is that he's been saying that he thinks he's the best receiver. He said he thinks he's better than Kupp. He has Kevin O'Connell, the old Rams offensive coordinator. He's supposed to be in the Kupp role. Everything is there for Justin Jefferson. He's been talking up probably the biggest game out of any player in the NFL this year. So all I have to say for Jay Jettis is go ball.
Go ball.
Go ball.
Jettis.
That's it.
It's basically put up or shut up after everything he's said. So it's like, yeah, and I think I might be wrong, but I think I saw someone like tweeted that he like looks better at camp or something. I was like,
Probably
how?
does.
And I was like,
I
how?
think, bro,
Just think to yourself, how do you get better at what you're already doing? Like,
there's been
you're already that
positive
great?
progression in his
kinda-
first 2 years. I think
Yeah,
it just has
that's
to keep
insane.
going up.
Is he kind of the Herbert of the receivers? Probably
Ooh.
one of the best first 2-year starts of a receiver
Ever,
in
yeah.
Jettis.
Probably, yeah.
And now it
It might be the best. Maybe.
could be. I
Maybe
think
some
so.
of the old heads probably have.
I don't know
In recent
statistically
memory.
speaking,
Yeah.
but
it's one of the
recent
best.
memory.
Yeah.
Recent
Definitely
memory for
one-
sure.
No, it definitely is
Yeah,
one of the
for
best.
I mean, he went for 14 and then 1,500. So
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
No,
up there.
against anyone, he's definitely one of the best.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
All
That's a
right.
good one.
So mine, and this feels good to say, honestly. Like it's Devante Adams at plus 1,800. I couldn't really root for him because he's been in Green Bay, like torturing me for the past couple of years. So it's like now it feels good to say he's back with his college quarterback. They had 24 touchdowns, I think, at Fresno. That's unreal for any level of college. So it's like that chemistry is gonna be back. I'm not worried. And he's probably going to see more one-on-ones with Waller and Renfro out there. So one-on-one matchup, that's a nightmare. And I listened to a podcast with him. He referred to himself as the Terminator.
Yeah, I
just like-
saw that.
I was
I
like,
saw that.
all right.
you can give a full shout out because,
Yeah,
bro,
I
that was
will.
like, that was
yeah. No,
very cool.
no free shout outs.
was really cool
But
to
a free
watch.
shout out here. He was on the Pivot podcast and just talking about how he viewed himself as the Terminator when he got up to the line or something like that. And he's like visioning like how the corners lined up and stuff like this. I was just like, wow, like this guy's unreal. Like you referring to yourself as the Terminator,
Ain't nobody say shit like, you can't call yourself that.
Bro,
They
it was
know
like,
who he is.
nobody's telling him he can't
they
say
know
that.
who he is.
it was the most cocky yet humble I've ever heard someone talk. And I know that's confusing and contradicting, but like it was just sheer confidence. I guess I should say that.
That's what I was literally just gonna say. So he was just being real confident.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was
some
yeah,
real shit.
it-
No, it was like real as fuck. Everything you said.
It was crazy. I was like, I don't know. How can you not root for this guy? And I expect big things for him with Carr and all those other weapons that takes pressure off for him. Because he didn't really have that in Green Bay. If you think about I mean, maybe in the early years they had Jordy and Randall, but like past couple years it's like Lazard was your other threat. Or
I think they had to
like
scheme him
Tunyon.
open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like-
So it's like, yeah, he still made great plays, but now it's like he's got one-on-one. And most of the time he probably will. So it's
I will say
That's
too
scary.
from the podcast, he really made it seem like it was his mission and something that he really wants to achieve by being great without Rodgers.
yeah.
So it's like he's looking at this opportunity with the Raiders like, I need to go represent myself and show why I'm the greatest receiver potentially of all time.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like
That was his vibe.
Look, man, he just reserves the right, like you're saying, he just reserves the right to call himself the Terminator. Because you know what they say? Look, confidence without success is foolishness. Confidence with success applied is just reality. And Devante Adams is just simply the case is a real case of that. Like
That was
if
raw as
someone
fuck.
was
That was raw as fuck.
That was
That was
so
cool.
I was stunned for a second.
if someone has 400, because we see this every year. There's a lot of guys that say, "I'm gonna have a," and they're confident saying it, and they look all tough, and I'm gonna have a big year. I'm gonna have a, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm
I'm about to leave me hanging, bro.
I was confused. I didn't know at first. I didn't see what you're doing. I was like, is he giving me something?
Bro, I don't know what
We
you
see-
just said, but like I'm like still stuck.
Is it true? What the fuck? Because that's the point. Is we see receivers every year, and that's why it's so hard to take a lot of these. I don't want to be a dick, but a lot of younger guys in the league it's hard to know who to take seriously because everybody says the same thing. It's my year, and I put a lot of work in that season. I'm really gonna have a big year, but I don't really know that because everyone says that. Devante Adams has proved how many hours he puts in the lab. We see how against any press he releases. The work that he's put in, his confidence is just the truth. Like it's just, and that's why, he's one of the few guys that can just say that on 100%. He's allowed to be cocky.
And
He should be cocky.
the-
He's put in the work to be cocky. He is. Devante Adams right now is unbelievable.
like the last thing I'll say, like I did mention a little bit about like the presses and all that stuff, how DBs are lined up. Like he was like, I go through like 3 or 4 combos in my head of like what I can do with this guy pressing me or what his feet are set at, or like I was like, wow, this guy's
And it all makes to me.
It's
I think
crazy.
it's like. Obviously, it's much more complicated. Like I'm not gonna understand, but like I understood what he was saying to the extent of like that's what it takes to be great. Like he
Yeah.
knows like it's like all right, like I know like what direction he wants to go, but like if he doesn't go that direction, like well, what's my second move? And if he gets inside on when I want to go inside, how am I going to go outside? Like, and it makes sense, and that's what it takes to be great.
yeah.
And that's why I didn't see most of it, but I did see clips, and I'm gonna go check out the whole thing.
It's
now,
it's like
'cause-
30 minutes. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I have another comment for our awards because last time we had 2 old heads and 2 young guys, and right now we have 2 old heads, 1 young guy. And then who's your offensive player of the year pick?
I'll say right, man, Jamar Chase, because, and I just wanted to say, look. This is the thing, guys. Like it always comes down to it. And I sound like a hater saying it. I love Justin Jefferson so much. That's my thing. I'm LSU boy, LSU gang over here. So it's the thing is, I seen both of them coming out, growing up, and it's like that year where they were both going crazy, and Jay Jettis got drafted, and then Jamar had 1 more year. My thing is, look, that year Jamar was 2 years younger than him, and already. It's like how you say when you're watching your Ohio State boys, how you could just, but my thing is, it's like Jamar, like I always felt, and in my heart, I'm like watching, I'm like, Jamar's the more talented guy. Like as raw as Jay Jettis is, there's just some intangible things Jamar would do where you're like, oh my God, like this guy really is special. That's why I said coming out, he's our generation's Julio. I think that there's no doubt in my mind that, and again, just Jay Jettis' rookie season, we're like, oh my God, this guy's awesome. Second year, oh my God, this guy's really good. Jamar's rookie year, we're like, oh my God, this guy's really good. This second year, I think it's going to be where he's undoubtedly going to throw himself into the realm of this guy's the best receiver in our league. He's the most he's overwhelmingly dominant, and there's not one corner that can stand with him. That's what I think we're going to look at the end of the year this year. It's going to be, because that's how it was in college. There wasn't one. AJ Terrell, who happens to be one of the best corners in the league. Does everyone know what? You guys know? Do people know what Jamar Chase did to him for the national championship?
Yeah, he was
like
torched.
There's
He
levels
was
to this
torched.
shit. There really are levels to this shit. That's the point. Is Jamar Chase is so young, and he's not. There's levels to how hard you work. I have literally zero doubt that if he stays healthy, he's going for 1,700 plus. Easy. I don't care how loaded the core is. The connection Joe Burrow has with him, his talent. He is special. And I don't think, I know people are picking up, but he is really special.
And I feel like people
No,
can
he
read
is.
it wrong where you're saying like Jamar or Chase. Yeah, Chase is better than Jefferson, but it's like those two are probably gonna be the best sooner or later.
No,
Probably
that's
within
I
the
think
next
that's
2
what I
years.
think that this
So
year
it's
they
like-
already
I
could,
think
they
they
could
are-
finish establishing
they
themselves.
Probably already
I
are.
think-
They might be, right, yeah.
They really
Like,
might
I
be.
mean, like Devante, whatever. Like, I don't know.
I
It's-
love Jay Jettis so much, and he's so talented. Like, I don't want to like discredit him. Like he's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I'm not saying that
It's
as
just-
like disrespect to like Devante or Tyreek or any of those dudes, like
Cup.
D Hop, whatever, Cup even, sure. But like
Sure.
I look at it as like the next generation. Like to me, they are the two goats of the next generation.
If they,
Oh, yeah.
and it all comes down to health. But if they stay healthy long term, it's literally like there's no doubt.
You can
like
already-
there,
you
there,
can
there,
already-
you
there
know
can't
it.
be a doubt.
You
Like
can
there-
see the blueprint of what these two are
the
gonna
athletic
do.
profile combined with the work ethic combined with the situation they're in. There's just no way that they don't. Like at this point,
I'm gonna say we are playing these votes and awards perfectly right now.
Yeah,
We are reading the board and giving you locks.
Are
This
we-
has got to be one
We
of
gotta
them.
throw on these.
We all
Oh, yeah.
should.
We are
I'm
gonna
gonna-
I'll throw on a couple for sure.
I
Oh.
definitely will.